Hi everyone, today I'm going to be discussing, showing off my Tracey Scyther Cosplay. He is my second Pokemon cosplay. I did Mega Charizard X last year. I started this cosplay in February of this year and completed it technically today. I remade the undersuit for him just to kind of fix a few small things. So now he's officially complete. So I'm hoping to, with this video, show off the parts and how they work and everything, and then after that I will have a suit-up video so you can see how I put him on. So first I'm going to start off with his head. It's made out of hollow EVA foam covered in minky, and then he has some fur on the sides. Tracey Scyther is a Scyther that's owned by the character Tracey Sketchit, who is from the second season of the Pokemon anime when they visit the Orange Islands. Tracey catches an elderly Scyther who was just kicked out of his swarm and who used to be the leader. So there are a few different design features of Tracey Scyther that differentiate him from other Scyther, and one of them being is he has furry cheeks. He also does not have any canine teeth in the top. All other Scyther have fangs here. He also has thick wrinkles under the eyes, which I tried to put on both of them. He also has some tears in his wings, which you'll see on the torso a little bit later. And that's just about it. So there are some key differences between Tracey Scyther, which is this guy, and then other Scyther that you see in Pokemon. So the way that you see out of this head is through the mesh eyes here, both sides. But the easiest way to actually see out of this costume is through the mouth. He has a movable jaw, so it's really easy for me to just open my mouth and then I can peek around and see almost everything outside. It's super easy to see that way. But I do have to practice wearing him a little bit more because I tend to walk around with my head up so that I can see. And it looks really goofy with his head sticking up. So I have to train myself to look down a little bit more, to trust my handlers that I'm not going to run into anything. His jaw moves with two pieces of elastic. As you can see, it's super loose. The foam is not connected to the head. It's just connected with elastic and the fabric. Another thing is that around the neck here, around the head, it's super tight. I made it that way so that it would look really tight when it was on me, but when you see the suit-up video, struggling to get the head on a little bit, it's okay. It does eventually slide right on. I just have to move the jaw. It also has magnets, which are kind of all sticking together, that attach the hood to the bodysuit. That way I don't have to worry about it flipping up or getting twisted or anything, and it keeps the green and the tan all lined up perfectly on the bodysuit as well. So then moving on, here is the bodysuit. It is all minky. So as you can see, I have green arms. There's also thumb holes in the arms so that when I'm putting the scythes on, I don't have to worry about the sleeves pulling up, which is super nice. My old bodysuit did not have that feature, and it was really a pain to keep the sleeves down. And again, it has the magnets on the inside here to hold the hood down. There is a zipper on the back. It's just a white zipper, but I think I did a decent job of hiding it. Yeah, it's decently hard to see, but it doesn't really matter because most of Scyther's parts cover this anyway, so it's not a huge deal. And that's about it. It's really tight. Kind of hard to move in sometimes, but sacrifices for cosplay. It's not too bad though. Let's see. This next part here is the butt and hips. Again, it's all hollow foam. It's upholstery foam and L200 on the hips to keep them rigid. With this, I ended up doing a zigzag stitch with the black lines here to represent the lines that you see drawn on Scyther in the anime. So you can see it's on both the front and the back. There's also a zipper to get into the back of the butt. Kind of helps put it on. And then the last thing is that there is this little belt of magnets. There's also magnets around the inside of the butt here, and this goes inside of my bodysuit. It's kind of hard to put into place just by myself, so I do struggle with that a little bit in the video, but it's a lot easier when I have my husband to help me. But this helps keep the butt up and attached to my body, and that way I don't have to worry about it slipping around when I'm in the suit. Because before that, it had a horrible habit of falling down while I was walking around, so that makes it a lot easier. Don't have to worry. The next things are the scythes. They are made out of foam too. They are hollow on the inside as well. I think they're hollow up until about here, so I can just stick my hand in and it's nice and flat, so it's not bulky at all. And then there's a bunch of layers of Mod Podge and gesso and paint to make it all hard and shiny. And then covered in minky. Let's see. So I also wear these, oh, I guess I can talk about what I wear under the suit. I just wear a Lycra bodysuit, just like this. It keeps the sweat in the bodysuit and away from my costume, which is really nice. They also wash really easy and dry really easy, so when you go to conventions, take it off, wash it, and hang it up, and it's dry within a few hours. I'm also wearing these gloves for the hands. I had gloves on the inside of the scythes at first, but they didn't really work out too well because every time I pulled my hand out, the glove would pull out too, no matter what kind of glue I used. So it's just a lot easier for me to have gloves on separately. It keeps the hands a little bit more comfy. And then I also have this balaclava that I wear under the head. Also helps kind of keep the sweat in this. And it's a cool skin, so it helps, you know, ventilate everything. Just keeps all my parts a little bit cleaner, easier for me to wash and dry really quickly. This is my dog, Link. He's very curious. Go over there, buddy. And then next I have Scyther's feet. They are also hollow upholstery foam. There are slippers on the insides that are glued down to the bottom, so they're super easy to walk around in. Well, it's a lot easier now. I edited them and put the claws inside the foot. Before they were glued on the outside, and I had actually broken a claw off at Monroe Comic Con. And so this will hopefully not happen again at Youmacon. Hopefully I've fixed that, so they're a lot more sturdy, and I also picked them up so that they're not touching the ground anymore. So it's a lot easier for me to make steps. Go away, bud. Let's see. And then the last part here is Scyther's torso. So I have the shoulders, the torso, and the wings all in one. It's a super, super light piece, again made out of EVA and L200 foam. The wings do not have any kind of straps. They're so light that as just me wearing them holds them up. I do have a Delrin rod, a really thin Delrin rod that goes along the top of the wings here and then attaches to the inside of the chest, and that just helps keep them upright. The way that I get into the chest here, so there are magnets that are inside of 3D printed holders, and they really just pop right in place. One of my friend's husbands helped me design these and printed them for me, and they're super, super useful. So it makes getting in and out of this piece a lot easier than it could have been, and I don't have to worry about the magnets popping out while I am in suit. So that's pretty much it. Those are all of the pieces. Yeah, he's a really cool costume. I really enjoyed making him. I really like that he's an actual character from the anime and not just a random Scyther. And I'm super pumped to show him off at Youmacon. You will see me in the masquerade, so I'll walk across the stage. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier for me to get up on stage this time. In Mega Charizard X, it probably took me a good solid 5 minutes to get up on stage. His claws kept getting caught in the stairs. So hopefully I won't have that problem again. It'd be kind of nice if they provided a little bit of a little ramp for cosplayers to walk up, but it's okay. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier this time around. We also see my husband or one of our friends dressed as Tracey, so come over and say hi to us. And then following this will be the suit up video. So here it goes.